know that group discussion really playing an important role in our life, especially to enhance the conversation. It may be in Hindi, it may be in Marathi, it may be in any language. It may be in English as well. We all are here to enhance the English. So that's the reason we are doing group discussion in English, right? About various topics which really help us to grab the knowledge, which really help us to, like to do research work in actual way, knowing the facts, that all things. And with that, we are going to deal here with the how we can start thinking in English, how we can, like how we can deal with the statements, different kind of statements. So like a lot of different kind of things we are going to do here with fun and enjoyment way. Okay, and with that we are enhancing our knowledge, enhancing our conversation skills, and the main thing which we all are focusing here, what is that? I want to know both of you, from both of you. English learning, English learning language, right? So that we are going to do. Absolutely. So today's task, it's our first session. So I have given the task that is picture analysis, and you have to describe the picture by your own, maybe in a form of story. If you are capable to describe that in a form of story, so you can do that. Or else you can describe it at least, like 5 to 10 lines. Okay, that you can do, or something by your own if you want to narrate, so you can do that as well. Okay, so I want to tell you the uses of the picture description. Actually, I think you both know it very well because you both are aspirants of UPSC, so you all are doing these activities like on regular basis, right? Like knowing about a lot of things, so you know very well comparable to me, but few things I want to share, that it's helping you to knowing the different kind of sentences and even the new vocabs, new sentence. With that, how you have to think about something in a deeper way, and like different kind of thoughts. So that you can get from here. And instant thinking, you are forcing somewhere your mind to think about it and give me some information. So for that activity also you are doing with this. So that's all about the benefit of the picture description. And I think that you both have observed that picture carefully, even I have observed, so I have some opinions. But first, I wanted to know from the Kamlesh side that what he observed in the picture description and how he wanna present the description in front of us. Yeah, Kamlesh. Now you can unmute yourself and please go ahead.
Actually, ma'am, what kind of the picture I'm not understanding reality. What kind of picture? Picture means movie or other pictures? Photo click you are talking about.
No, no, no. Yeah, it is photo picture in the sense not about the movie. Yeah, that's absolutely right. When we call picture, so it sounds that you're talking about movie. No, it's not about the movie. It's picture in the sense like photo that you have already, like the simple vocab for the picture is photo. Yes. Have you seen or not,
Yeah,
Kamlesh?
yes, yes, I understand now. So you want to know something about the when you see the any of this picture, then what you are imagining that. That is the question. You what kind of the thinking you imagine
Just a minute.
for that?
Yeah, Kamlesh, just a minute. I think you are a little confused about the things. I want to clear that. So right now I have not right now. In morning only I have shared a video, like what I can call the task for the day today that we are going to do this time. I have shared in the morning, and that I have told you right now even also to watch it again. And Nation, you
Actually,
already watched.
video actually that's the problem. I did not see your video. Now again
Okay,
uh,
yeah. Yes, yes. Now you can again like tap on that and you can watch. And there I have given one picture also in the video, 30-second video it is. When you will watching that video, so you will get one picture, okay? That picture you have to observe it and you have to share the things with us. Like Nation is already watched that, and let's know that what he watched. Okay, till then you can just have a look on that. Yeah, Nation.
did you
Now I wanna.
did you share this link in this
Yeah,
group?
yes. I have shared. Topic of the day. Yeah, I have shared that. Yeah, Nation, please go ahead. Unmute yourself, please, Nation. You are muted.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
unmute. So for me, I have that two version of that. First is it so two things from my perspective what I feel about that. It's so the poverty, the status of the rich people and the poor people. That's the first thing which I'm just not telling in the brief. And the
Yeah.
second thing which I observe, that's about the what we can say the mentalities in the first picture, in which there is a poor person which is which is being portrayed as a like a very humble and and very kind person, and the poor, the rich people which was in the picture, that was showing very arrogant, and he was walking in the way that he is the master of an expert of each and everything. So this is what I feel. And There is like a kind of the arrogant in the rich picture, which is which is walking in the way that he's a walking, no one should come to him, and he's a he's all in one, so that kind of things in that. And in the poor, and with that, it's so in the poor people, it's showing that he is somewhere infected with the poverties, that kind of things, because he has the a kind of the bag uh, at his on his shoulder. So it's so that he's in very what we can say, a very marginalized situation, and he has lack of the resources, because and he has also uh, a kind of the what we can say that we call the bed, we call in the Hindi we call danda, that's kind of the lathi addition. But yes, it is in the small manner, but and he has a kind of the fear of insecurities, because he has the something like it on his shoulder, and he's also the lathi kind of the things. And the person which is the poor I mean the rich people, that is working in the free from any kind of the insecurities, and totally out of, we can say, the manners. And he's showing like I mean what we can call that he's a very rich, and the arrogance is portraying and expressing and very pouring in very visible way. So this is my observations about the picture, and I don't know whether I have told in the right manner or not.
Yeah. Yes. So absolutely, I want to give feedback that the exact way, the scenario which we all can easily get from the picture is absolutely right that you have already shared. That the we are able to see the two persons, right? And it is little bit tough task to understand that who is poor and who is rich, because when if we are not seeing the word that I have wrote, if I'm going to remove that word, so little bit it's going to be tough task for understand that it's showing that poor and rich, because it's showing that the each person they have a big belly, right? But
Yes.
carefully when we are observing, then we are getting that someone is holding a bag, a big bag, and the other person in reality he have a big
Tummy.
valley, right?
Yes.
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 So that you have observed, and here you shared the person who have big belly, so he is very arrogant and he is a rich person. He is enjoying a life of luxurious, like we can see the way he is in a get up, in dressing sense, like that. And the person who is like a poor, a very thin man, but he's carrying a very big bag for the
Yes.
working purpose. He is just trying to collect the materials from the road and like selling, so like that kind of activity maybe he do. So and that shows that it's a poor, but the heart is really like what I can call the biggest heart, not the smaller. So that all you shared with us, Nation. And yes, absolutely, it is right. But I have bring four questions for you and for Kamlesh that I wanna share, and even I want to add my opinions as well. But before going to the questions, let's know the opinion of the Kamlesh as well, and then we'll go with the questions. Okay? Yes. So Kamlesh, have you observed the picture?
Yeah, I observe.
Okay. Go ahead, please. Now share your opinion as well. What do you think after watching that picture? What thoughts entering in your mind? Yeah.
Actually, I observe this. My that I observe that I will be tell you something different kind of perspective.
Okay.
There is maybe you observe, maybe you are thinking that different. I also imagine this picture different kinds of. I will tell you something about the social issue and a point of social issue. So yeah, something
Kamlesh,
about. Am I
like
audible
little
or?
bit, yeah, yeah, you're audible, but sometimes you're stucking, no? So we should like keep phone near to your, like near you, then speak. Yeah. Yes, like this. Now you can speak something.
Now I think okay.
Yeah, yeah. Now it is okay. Now it is fine. Go ahead now. Yeah, go ahead now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Am I audible?
Fine. Yes, absolutely. You're audible. Go ahead, please.
Actually, let me the voice in your sides are coming very low.
No, no, you're audible and you can continue speaking. Okay, we all are listening. You. Yeah, go ahead, Kamlesh now.
But your voice are not coming in my side. That's the problem.
We have the mute. We have the mute. The camera. I mean,
Yeah. So I was saying that you're audible, Kamlesh. Please continue. Okay. Now I think my voice is audible. So yes. Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm listening you. Please continue fast.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to tell you about the pictures. Actually, the pictures I realized that the poverty, poor versus rich peoples. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. If you say something, if I say in India especially, is a wealth distribution is a one of the key role in India. If you see in Indians rich peoples, there's I found a lot of this rich and power between the gap. So there is something issue that only the 1% of the peoples have of this one of this big wealth in India. There are a lot of this peoples, they are below poverty of there's a livelihood nowadays are living, and only the few peoples have of this all of this Indian GDPs of wealth. So I think it is a gap between the poor and the rich peoples is one of the big issue, and that's why when I think I want to say something about the wealth, whenever only the few peoples have of the good wealth, and this India that as of one of the biggest diversities country, when the wealth will not dispute between the peoples and a different kind of the society with equally, and it will be create something gap, and
Inequality.
it's kind of this more problem creating because is if you say something north and south India and east west, there are a lot of the different kind of peoples, there's cultures and a lot of the thing. And if you say something poverty, that is a lot of the state that good are doing well and some state are very backwards. So this gap we should be fulfill entire this any of these people, so we can fulfill United Nations of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG goals about well. So I think this poverty, if you will be wealth distribute between the people, poor and rich people, that will be better for our India as well as yeah. That's I realize, and
Okay.
I think it's only the few
Yeah.
peoples are become of the rich and a few people are become
Hmm.
power. So it is not good for the nations. Yes,
Right.
yes, ma'am. Like this kind,
But
I imagines.
yeah. Yeah, Kamlesh. Yeah, it have, like each and everyone they have the perspective of thinking is different. So it is okay. And you are the UPSC aspirant, so you always try to go towards, the deeper as much as possible. So the thinking is already showing that you are aspirant of UPSC. So here I wanna clear one thing, like who, like how many rich persons are ready to share the wealth equally to the poor person?
no one.
No one. Absolutely. Why anyone will share their wealth to the poor or to the rich? Even they are not preferring to share it with their relatives.
Right. Yes, and I would like to
True.
add one more thing here,
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
it's not just about the wealth inequality. Like, and
Hmm.
there is a concept that wealth inequality. So
Hmm.
it's not like that if there is a too much money, and I mean, with the rich people, so they should say. I think this is absolutely nonsense idea, because whatever they have earned because of their hard work, their own thinking.
Right.
We cannot ask the Mukesh Ambani and the Adani that you should give some portion of your wealth to us. It's an absurd to say like that.
Hmm.
But yes, this is also clearly showing the abject inequality in the Indian
Right.
society, and more than that, as I just mentioned, it is showing the arrogance, because if you just look
Hmm.
at the photo, uh, the,
Hmm.
the dummy person was looking like, he's a king. He's a king.
Right. Yes.
And the person
Yeah.
which is very poor, the person which is poor, he's looking like, very normal person, very kind person,
Hmm.
and very hard kind. And
Right.
yes, the poor person has the responsibilities, just portraying in that bag which is he's holding. And but the rich
Yeah.
people like that, everything the world is at in his pocket.
Hmm. Yes, but Kamlesh said the thing that it should be distributable. So we can get the equality, like the poor persons, they can also come at the, like at the same level. So like our government, they're also taking action on it. Like it's not like that they're focusing more about the rich persons, but they're focusing about the companies that they earn a lot. So it's the time to return the few things for the nature and for the people also, like from whom they are earning. So it's their responsibility to help them as well in a form of development.
Yes,
So that
right,
activity is also going on, and it is a separate topic, right? We will communicate about
right,
it, and it is, I think it's related to like Kamlesh and even your silvers as well. So we'll keep for it a separate session of it, like tomorrow we will discuss about it, okay, with research things, so we can able to present the
surely.
things here actually. Okay, so now the very simple questions that I bring for both of you. Four questions only I'm going to ask related to the picture, and you have to answer that. Okay, Kamlesh and Nation.
Yes.
Yeah. So my first question, that what the reason behind the scene?
Sorry, could you repeat?
What's the reason behind the scene?
In the scene, the picture,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
reason that by this picture, by portray,
Yes.
I feel like that somewhere it is showing the reality of the today world. It's not just about
Okay.
India. We can take out from any country that
Right.
rich people are becoming more rich. The poor people
Hmm.
are becoming more poor. This is portray of that,
Okay.
and
Right.
the bell thing is that it's showing the clear
Hmm.
state of the inequalities everywhere, not just in India,
Yes.
across the world.
In all over the world. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, Kamlesh, the same question to you also. What the reason behind the scene, behind that scene? You have already watched, so you have to share. Same answer like Nation. You wanna? Yeah, Kamlesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Actually, the reality in not only India, this is the entire the global. If you
Okay,
compare
right.
it, India versus Asia and a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
African, there
And
are
other
three
countries as well.
African
You're
companies
not so audible.
like this.
Kamlesh, you're not audible now. After speak something
I
now.
now I think okay.
Ah, yes. Hold your phone in your hand and then only speak. Yes, go ahead now.
Yes. So actually, I want to tell you, the rich and the poor peoples are is a not only India, but it's
all over the
all of
world.
this are
Hmm.
facing like this problem. So I
Yes.
imagine like this picture. Yeah, I should be try to convey like this. Wealth should be dispute
Mm-hmm.
between the people. People
Right.
can be become a equal.
Oh, good. So you have imagined the picture, and with that you find the solution as well. That this is going to be solution, but persons, each and everyone should like should show interest to work on that. And if we all started doing so, of course, your statement, your thought is going to come in reality. It will take time, but one day it will happen. Okay. So the next question that who is like who is staying more who is staying more happy incomparable to both.
I think it's the reality of the today world.
Mm.
Poor people are more happier, more happy
Oh,
than the rich people.
okay.
This is the exactly, and the same thing is also being showing here, because
Mm.
I strongly believe in this principle that arrogant person can't never be happy. Kind person
Okay.
always would be happy. So this is the, I mean, the correct portrait of this picture. You just can see,
Okay.
because doesn't wealth is the health. Wealth is the health, but the rich people don't, doesn't have that kind of the health that he can run away.
Okay.
Like so many things, so many factors are there. So I think the
Right.
poor people is more happy. I'm more happy.
Okay. Right. So Kamlesh, do you have any contra answer for nation, or you are agreeing the points of nation? Yes.
Of course, I agree. Actually, the lot of peoples who are from belong to poor family,
Mm.
but there is no they have a lot of the desire. They want to never they want this lot of this thing like I want to achieve something or, or better, and there is nothing like just they survive and life and they're happy. And if you say I say that rich peoples who have a lot of this money and they have everything, but still they are suffering a lot of the social pressure, sometimes family issue and business like this kind of problems nowadays it's going. So I think the poor, I think there is people's maybe there is the have a lot of the desire, but people poor people more happy as compared to rich people. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, even I support the same. But sometimes I think that because I have observed the reality that, like both you both, yes, you both are right. Most cases it happen, but in minimum cases, like because of money, you can't do anything. It's like that. So if you are
Mhm.
struggling with the health issues, so if you don't have money, so you're unable to, like you're unable to save your loved ones. So
Yes,
that's the reason that you have to be, like wealthy as well. So
yes.
that I want to contra both of you. Yes,
Yes,
go ahead.
okay. I want to tell you one thing. I want to tell you one thing, that you would just, because I have visited the hospitals and you also, you would see that most of the poor people, they are in the hospitals. Be like the very common people, because the poor
Hmm.
people is not just mean that those people who have the the crores of rupees, lakhs of rupees. No, these
Hmm.
are, of course these are, I mean, the very rich people. But when we compare to the very normal grounds, so you
Hmm.
will see that the people, those who those are very poor, they know how to handle the situations very well, because we generally don't visit the hospitals. We just take the medicine at our homes. I mean, the we
Right.
can say, home remedy.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
big by that. And those who are the rich, even they just cough, they visit to the hospitals. If they serious, they
Oh,
just visit the hospital. But we generally don't do that.
absolutely. The very valid point that you have shared here. We, as a poor persons, we prefer to do the home remedies and like what our ancestors they used to follow for our health during the very olden days, during the time we don't have the hospitals. Even now, like in village areas, poor persons they are following the same thing, and it's
Right.
really like useful comparable to the all the medicines like what we can call ayurvedic and like a lot of medicines are there. So comparable to them, home remedies is really useful and effective as well. The valid point that you have added here, Nation. And
Yes.
Kamlesh is also near to speak something. So I would like to give chance to you also. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, actually, there are a lot of these people. They have not of financially well strong, but in case of they are facing some health issue, especially in the area where a lot of these people finding some medicines in the forest area. They're more dependent on the medicine on the in a forest area. So I realize, and I in the lot of the people they depend their that there is a no requirement of any of this medicines. They easy to treatment, but sometimes that of this problem, big problem, they may be go to hospital. But yeah, normal
Right.
problem they can easily resolve that problem, and there is no requirement of money. Yeah.
Okay. So let's move to the third question. That we have already deal with it, but again I wanna ask it. So who is more healthy comparable to both of us? Rich or poor? You have to share the reason also, like why they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Yes,
personally believe that poor people are more healthy as compared to rich,
Oh.
because yeah, because he has healthy issue, and a lot of this there's health that are increasing. And if you say that, if I say anywhere he will be poor, that is not suitable for their health. And rich poor people can be easy to anywhere to go, and when there is no any kind of this physically and mentally stress health,
Oh, okay.
people are maybe more happy. Yeah.
Wonder points that Kamlesh added. I wanted to know new things from Nation as well. Yeah, Nation, please go ahead. Who is more healthy
yes,
and why? You should share the reasons for both of them. Yes, go ahead.
yes, yes. First of all, I would say that health is something that it can be caused to anyone else, but I'm just giving the points.
Yeah.
Yes, and so I think, of course, this is, as a commissioner rightly point out, that the poor people is and poor people are and will be the more, you can say, healthy. But the reason that by the, I mean, the poor, the rich people, they are so not healthy. You would see that the rich people are getting the what we call diabetes, diabetes like that, and hypertension,
Diabetes.
the heart
Yes.
attacks,
Yeah.
so these kind of things, which generally doesn't don't happen to the poor peoples, because reason is very simple, because we don't have that much resources to eat something and to take out those things which are not out of our context. So rich people, because they are the rich, so they have the more access to the resources, so, and product, so they can take out them. So that may be the reason. And of course, and I would like to say one more thing, which is not related with the health. That in that picture which I observed, I was just thinking, it's so also the responsibilities, that when you have the power,
Right.
when you have the money, so you should be very kind, and there should not be any kind of. And I just mentioned about the arrogant, because in the rich people, it was clearly showing that he was not feeling like he has any kind of responsibility. But the poor people, that was, I think he had the sense of the responsibility.
Okay. Right. That you have clearly observed, and it's really showing that how deeper thinker you are with that, how deeper the things you are analyzing. So for that.
Yes.
Okay. And the last question, that is, who have more tension in life?
That is, I think that's the poor people.
Okay.
Poor people.
More tension.
Poor, yes, they have the more tensions, and they have the more worries. The reason is very simple: the lack of resources, lack of education for their own children, and lack of health,
Responsibilities,
and
yes.
lack of opportunities. So I think these are the reason. And of course,
Okay.
from the health point of view, so because they also consider that if due to any reason their health become deteriorate, and deteriorate like that, So how would they afford that? So I think this is not with the rich people. They have the resources, they have the, we can say the accesses. And you know, I want to say one thing, that it happens generally that if the poor people, if that person health has been deteriorated, so that person cannot go to the private hospitals because of the
Right.
resources. But the rich person can go, not just the, you know, the private hospital, even that person go to the abroad also, I mean foreign, for the health.
Okay.
But rich
Right.
people can't do that.
Yeah, they
So
have
Okay,
a
the
lot
okay,
of
okay.
options, so somewhere they don't have tension. Yeah, go ahead, please,
I
Kamlesh.
yes, I want to counter Notion's answer. Actually, the he said that the poor people have no tensions,
No, no,
more tension.
they have tension. Yes, more tension.
Yeah. So, do you heard something news? Most of news, if you see in a daily life, there are a lot of these people. They have huge reach and a lot of this money. And the first thing that they are something doing inactivity and due to family reason, and they decide that they suicided. In any news, do you listen something about the poor peoples due to financially they are suicide like this kind of the news? Do you heard? Do you heard any
yes,
time?
I definitely, I
Go
can give
ahead.
you hundreds of the reason. I can give you hundred of the reason. I can give you hundreds of the cases where poor people's farmers, they have killed, they have suicide. And the more recent
Right.
example of the my own state in the Gorakhpur, two-person husband and wife, they suicide themselves because of financial issues. They start their own entrepreneur, I mean their own business, that was the restaurant. They got huge losses. In result of that, they suicide. I want to tell you one thing, and I'm just giving and you know the counter view about your. You have heard about the Mukesh
Question.
Ambani, the Anant Ambani, the wedding. He
Mm-hmm.
spent around hundred thousands of the crores rupees. Let's just suppose, can any poor people do like
10,000.
that? And
No,
no one can, no one can afford.
no.
And more important thing, whatever money he spent, he Mukesh Ambani take out from our pocket, because he increased the price of the, I mean the data and the,
Products,
you know,
yes.
like yes.
Other products,
So
yes.
yes,
Mm.
so it means that they have the intelligence spending the money and taking out from the poor people. But we as a poor people, we don't, of course we have the intelligence, but we don't have that kind of the reach, that how we can take out the money from the rich people. Even the rich people take out the money from the poor people.
Food.
So it means that we have huge kind of the things which we cannot afford compared to the poor people, I mean the rich people.
Mm. Yeah, but one thing I wanna share for both of you, and yeah, like of course in a favor of Kamlesh, like I am in a favor of nation, you too as well, but more towards Kamlesh because what he shared, like somewhere poor people they are tension, they take tension about the life that they are having and how they are going to be, like for tomorrow and for after 5 years, 6 years for their children. So yes, that tension it's killing them. Like to get the job, to get the work, to run the what I can call the small expenses, and it's
Yeah.
happy for them. That's all, not more than that.